everybody, it's Amanda from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and today I'm going to show you a really nice card, and I've taken my inspiration from our lovely new Spring Summer catalogue, and these cards here are my inspiration. I'm going to make these today, and just want to remind you that your catalogue is not just for buying. You can use it for inspiration as well, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to recreate one of these cards, so if you get stuck, have a good look at your catalogue. That's another reason why the samples are there. So I'm doing my card 4x4, which means I can get 2 full 4x4 cards, and then we've got this small piece left here, and we just lose this strip. So if we just change the sizes slightly, we're getting 3 cards from an A4 sheet of cardstock, which is, pretty good. So I've cut these 4x4, I'm only going to do one today, but I've cut them 8x4, scored at 4, and that folds to make our card base. I'll just get my bone folder and give that a nice crease. Put that to one side, try not to rock my table. And the stamp set that I'm using today is Perennial Birthday. It's a really lovely set, and it's one where you can make all your own backgrounds with the little stamps and little note cards, and it's got some lovely beautiful sentiments. So I have, this is Pull Parter, and I've cut a piece of Berry Burst, and this measures 3.5 by 3.5, and then my stamping layer is just 1/8 of an inch smaller than that. So that makes it, let me just double check, 3 and 3/8. 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to use quite a few of these stamps. Even though it's only going to be a small card, we can use quite a few. I'm going to start off with the lovely dots here. And I'm going to use Pull Part, which is the same ink as the card. So I've mounted the dots on one of these little blocks, and I'm just going to stamp all over the front of my card. I think I might do it what we call second generation, which means you stamp off and then stamp, yeah. So I'm just doing that randomly all over, just to give a really light dotty effect. Background, and I want it everywhere. Am I shaking? Am I making the camera shake? I'll try and do it more gently. I am quite heavy-handed, as it were. So I'm just stamping off just to make that ink a little bit lighter and a bit more subtle. And I've just stamped all the way around till I'm happy. Just a little dot there, just like a border. Okay, so I can just bob that away a minute. And now I can layer on my Berry Burst, which I'm going to do with glue. Super easy card. You can, knock these up in a few minutes. Is that all bunged up? That's the only thing with glue. I'll go to plan B. And I'll just use my tape runner. So I'm going to try and layer that up nicely, and you can just see that little dotty border all the way around. And it's a fast card, so if you're cutting quite a few at once, you can knock them up in no time. So I'm going to start now on my stamping layer, and what I'm going to do is first of all, I'm going to do a bit of a watercolour smoosh. So I'm going to get my aqua painters. I'm just going to make sure it's clean, which it is. And I'm going to get Soft Sky. Squish it in the middle. I don't want it too dark, so I'm not using Pull Part. I want it quite light and very, very subtle. So I'm just picking some of that colour up. And I'm just going to, hold on, I'm just going to smoosh about in the centre of my card. Just like that. Just smoosh it about. No rhyme or reason. It just adds a really tiny little bit of colour. Okay. And I'm going to leave it at that. Hold on, this don't want to shut properly. There we go. And then just going to give it a press to just encourage it to dry. There we go. And I'm using Memento ink because I want to do a bit more watercolouring, because I like it. I like messing about. And I'm going to use this sentiment here. Which one is it? Here's Celebrating to You. I'm using the small flower and the small leaf. Really, really easy. Now I also want to put some ribbon. So what I want to do is I just want to measure where my ribbon's going, so I know not to stamp too low. Otherwise we'll be in a bit of a pickle. Okay. So I know I want to stamp roughly in the centre of where I've just watercoloured there. Could probably do with that being dry, but we'll give it a try. Rather than get the heat gun out and make a load of noise. Right, here's to Celebrating You. I'm going to practice stamp this because I've not used it before. Oh wow, look at that, isn't that stunning? And I want that to be quite straight-ish, although I'm not going to panic. And I'm just going to aim for the centre of that watercolour smoosh. And there we go, that's stamped lovely. And then we've got that lovely wishy-washy watercolour background. Okay, oh no, I don't want to close that because I'm going to use it again. So now I'm using this flower here, which is the smaller one. And am I going to stamp it in that, or shall I stamp it straight in some colour? I'm going to do it straight in some colour. I don't want black. Put that away. We're going to have Berry Burst. So, some ink on without rocking my table, because if I go like that, table rocks. And then you end up with ink on your block. So do it gently. And I'm just going to stamp round about... Do I want it central or do I want it... I think I want it off to one side. I don't know. I think I do. I do. I don't know why my brain wants it off to one side. In the catalogue it's central, but I want it to one side, I think. And then I'm going to use my Lemon Lime Twist, which I absolutely love. It's a beautiful colour. Wasn't sure when it first came out as one of the new in colours, but it's absolutely stunning. Right, I'm just going to... I'm not quite sure where that's going to end up, so we're just going to go for it. There we go. We've just gone for it and it looks lovely. Okay. Now I do think I might just go over that again with some black. I wonder if I can get it back over in the same place. I don't think I will. I don't think I will because I don't think I'm going to get it in the same place. My Stamparatus hasn't arrived yet, so I'm not going to risk it. So now what I want to do is I want to distress the edges of this. It's a very, very, very simple card. I'm going to distress the edges, and I'm using these scissors because they've got like serrated, a nice serrated edge to them. I love it. Oop, it's ripped a bit, but that doesn't matter, it just adds to the... Wasn't really meant to happen, but you know, it's part of the look. You know. If you fall over, make it part of the dance, that's what they say, isn't it? There's no right or wrong in crafting, which is a good job, because I very often get things wrong. Oh dear me. A bit more distress on that. Get it really, really furry, them edges. So it looks, it gives your card a bit of interest, and it does look really lovely. Okay. Get rid of them furry bits. Now I want to put some ribbon round, so I need some tear tape. I'm going to use, oops, I'm rocking table again. I need some tear tape. So I'm just going to put that roughly where I want my ribbon. It will help it anchor. And just peel that off. Tuck that out back. Chuck that out at way. Just chuck it out at way. Okay, so I'm just going to layer my ribbon from around the back. I'm going to bring it around the front. Assess roughly how much I want. That's stuck down already. I don't want you to stick down yet. I've not done with you. Get off. Right, I want about that much. So let's just trim that off. I'm going to tie it in a knot. Like so. You can pull it quite tight and then press down, except it's not straight. Press down on the tape, like so. Okay, I'm happy with that. And do it in another knot. There we go. Ta-da! Get that fluff off. Get off. Don't want fluff on it. And then I'm just going to trim it. Trim it down. A bit more of a pull because that knot's a little bit bigger than I'd like. And this ribbon is a lovely woven ribbon, so it will give you a nice frayed edge, and I want it to have a frayed edge, so I'm going to actually encourage that to be a little bit frayer, because it adds to the look with your frayed edge of your card and then a little bit of frayer, which is a technical term, frayer. A bit of a frayy edge there. Okay, now I'm going to layer that onto my card. I'm going to use dimensionals to add a bit of, well, dimension, obviously. Like so. Okay. Put one in the middle to give it a bit of support. Okay, take them off. I've just thought of something else I might do, which I should have done before I mounted it and before I put the ribbon on, but I'm going to do it anyway, I think. Let me have a think. Let's mount that on there like so. Get it fairly central. Just lift it up a bit. Get on. Don't want to go on. There we go. So I think what I just want to do as a little bit of extra, I just want a bit more colour on there, I think. So I'm going to try a bit of what I call blobbing. I'm going to get my pool party. Okay, let's see if this works. Might look terrible, but I'm going to do it anyway. Bit of pool party, which is, this is soft sky, this is slightly darker, and it's the same colour as the card. I'm going to squash it in the middle, and I've got this lovely fan brush. You could use any kind of paintbrush probably. I should imagine it'd still work. I'm just going to add some water in here. You can always clean it out later. It's not end at, you know, it's not end at world. Just get some kitchen roll or whatever, and wipe it out. Okay, so I'll get that on there, and then I'm just going to knock that on my scissors. A bit more, and that will add a splash effect. A bit more, want a bit more. There we go. I'll add a little splash effect background. Don't know if you can see that. I think you can, just about. And because I've never done, I'm going to have to add a bit of sparkle, I think. Let's have a look what we've got in our sparkle box. I fancy just a little bit of a gem in one corner, I think. Let's have a look what we have. We've got these, which are absolutely stunning. Just let me get that fluff off there. These are the glitter enamel dots. I absolutely love these. They just add a little bit of something. I do like sparkle on cards, I will say. So I'm going to add one there. And they go down like in colours, so you can add them in shades. So I'll have the next size down in the lighter colour. And then the smaller one in the lighter colour still, like so. And I'm happy with that, I'm done. And I can quite easily go with my, if I just lift them off my desk, with my other 2 pieces and create that card again in no time at all. I hope that's helped. Hope you'll give it a try. Have some fun blobbing. And I'll see you again soon. Don't forget, all of my measurements are over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and I might add an extra little card over there for you today to have a look at as well. Bye for now.